A major push to protect NASA funding. This comes after Artemis II successfully sent astronauts around the moon, of course, a key step in America's return to deep space.
Now the Planetary Society is rallying against proposed cuts that they say could impact future missions.
Well, joining us live for more on what's at stake here is Dreier, Chief of Space Policy at the Planetary Society. It is so good to have you with us this morning.
Thank you.
Yeah, what exactly is being proposed here, and can you help us understand how could these cuts really impact NASA's future missions?
While the astronauts were flying around the moon just a few weeks ago, the administration proposed to cut NASA by about 23%, the second largest cut ever proposed in history. That includes a 46% cut to science, about cutting in half aeronautics, completely eliminating our STEM and outreach activities at NASA. It is the largest and most destructive cuts since the ones they proposed last year, which were utterly rejected by Congress.
You're talking about those cuts that would involve a lot of research that goes into these types of things and a lot of education, especially after we just saw Artemis II, the success of what happened.
Absolutely, and it's baffling, honestly. Back in January, again, Congress rejected almost the exact same cuts. This is a copy-paste budget of a failed policy. Congress supports space science, Republicans and Democrats do. They support NASA outreach and education. The vast majority of the American people do as well. And this is why we're here. We have people from over 30 states coming on their own dime, on their own time, people who have generally nothing to invest in or nothing to get out of this advocacy for NASA. They just love the space program. They don't want to see 50 missions turned off in mid-flight. They don't want to see missions tumbling off into blackness in space. They don't want to see the future pipeline of STEM scientists and workforce in this country, turned off. This is really big picture stuff, and Artemis reminds us why that's so powerful and important.
We've got some of that video playing behind you as you speak, really kind of driving that point home. As you just mentioned, we heard you touch on this. Your group helped stop cuts before. How confident are you now that Congress will respond again? Can you give us kind of a litmus test? What do you think?
Well, we've already seen Republican chair of the Senate Appropriations Subcommittee show quite a bit of skepticism about this proposal. We've seen similar skepticism from Republicans and Democrats across the board. This is not a popular proposal. However, as we know, nothing in politics is certain. We are not going to let up this time. And I think we saw from the enormous public reaction that we had last year that even though this is a failed policy, it really reminds us what's at stake here, that a lot of this can go away. This is an incredible thing that we do in this country. It's an inspiring thing that we do. And we need all the inspiring things that we can get right now. So we're going to work every single day to make sure that our missions of exploration and that the United States remains first in not just in space, but in space science as well.
All right, what can now people actually do if they want to support the sciences?
You can go to our organization's website, planetary.org. We have ways to take action there anywhere around the country. This is something that, again, we're a nonprofit organization. We don't have contracts at stake. We just love this stuff. The best thing that we'll get at the end of the day here is some beautiful pictures of Saturn or other planets, or maybe help discover life somewhere beyond Earth in the universe. This is something that anyone can do, and we have ways for everyone in a nonpartisan way to support this.
All right, Dreier, Chief of Space Policy at the Planetary Society. Good to have you with us this morning. Thank you for the conversation.
Thank you.